Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of high school softball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We are live from Tornado Softball Field for tonight's SBC non-conference matchup between the Tiffin Columbian Lady Tornadoes and the new Riegel Blue Jackets. I'm Nate Mullins on the call with Greg the Wizard Kinn. We have Emily Ackerman and Dalton McComas joining us on camera crew and production side of things. Thanks for tuning in here with us on the Xcaret Mexican Restaurant pregame show. We are underway here as first batter was able to reach base and all the way over to third base. So we have a runner on third with nobody out here for the Blue Jackets to start things out. They got a little early start on us today. Started at 4:55 instead of the 5 o'clock start, but that's all right. Trying to get things rolling here.
Trying to get ourselves caught up here with it. There we go.
On the mound today for the Lady Tornadoes, Maisie Malott. Malott comes into this one at 1-3 overall. 22 innings pitched. She has a 7.6 ERA.
Man, I got dirt in my eye.
It's going to be stirring up quite a bit today.
It's a windy one out here, Nate. Ugh. I don't know, it just, that was weird. I thought she walked her, but apparently she got out somehow, so I don't know what happened there.
Next up for the Lady
We got an out
Jackets,
on the
is our
board
shortstop, number 24,
and a runner at
Jackie
third. And that is Jackie Teal at the plate.
First softball game of the season here, Nate.
First softball game for us, anyways.
Yeah, it's the same. To do my best, Jerry Seinfeld, I'm going to say, could it be more windy? I'm just bitter about the dirt.
It is a blustery day today, but it's pretty warm. It's warmed up quite a bit since this morning.
Better than yesterday, that's for sure.
This one fouled back into the net. Count 1-2, one out here in the top of the first, no score. Runner at third base for the Blue Jackets.
Oh.
Swung on and missed. So a strikeout for Malott for out number 2. And after a leadoff runner
First baseman, number 5,
ended up at third
Carson
base,
Piper.
now she's got 2 outs on the board. And that went in there for a strike.
Manned camera in position right now for you folks. So we actually take a look at the pitch camera right now.
Carson Piper at the plate. Swung on and missed. And it's 0-2. Piper comes into this one batting .344. 11 hits and 32 at-bats. 10 RBIs and 3 doubles. That one inside. Makes the count 1-2. The 1-2 fouled at the plate, and we'll stay at 1-2. Off the catcher's mask. But she's a tough one. The 1-2 fouled into the net and out of play. This one actually goes over the net.
Yeah.
And into the crowd.
So we've got some older folks and some younger children out here. I'll taking cover real quick.
Scattered.
I don't have the cat-like reflexes to even react, so.
It would have just popped right. It just got you right.
So heaven help me, Nate.
This one hit into the air on the infield. Second baseman under it and unable to make the play.
Nate.
So a run will score.
That's one of those things that may look easy on TV
Next
or
up
when
is
you're
the
watching
center
from the
fielder,
stands, but
number 4,
go ahead and
Ava
be out
Winston.
there in the field with the wind blowing in your eyes.
Right.
Good luck.
Exactly.
Oh, I scored a run. Didn't even realize.
Ball gets away from the catcher. And the runner will scamper over to second base.
Trying to catch up here. He's
This one fouled back and out of play.
right between two cars. That was a good spot to land.
Absolutely.
How about some clean looking uniforms out here today, Nate? These whites.
I like them.
It's got the Colombian across the
The
middle
script
there. Yeah,
Colombian.
yeah.
I really like that.
I dig it.
The 1-1 is low to Wensink. Here's the 2-1. This one grounded past the infield into the outfield for a base hit. This will score another run. And standing in with a double is Wensink.
Next up for the Lady Blue Jackets is the pitcher, number 7.
Who's the
Lacey
last
Shaw.
one to do a game? Was it Jacob?
I believe so, yes.
You ever moves my numbers again, I'm going to slap his hands.
Ooh.
Got me over here fixing things
like-
I don't need to fix.
Who moved my seat? Who drove the car last?
Oh, my goodness.
2-0 New Riegel. Ball gets away from the catcher. And she's able to find it. But the runner will make their way from second to third. Lacey Schalk at the plate. That one misses. 3-0 the count on Schalk. Lacey comes into this one batting .364. She's got 12 hits in 42 plate appearances. 13 RBIs. She'd like to add that total here on a 3-0 count. 2 down. Swung on and missed. Nice pitch there from Malat. I've said that before, haven't I?
Yeah. A few times, Nate, a few times.
Working on getting that action camera set up here.
Yeah, I had it on there for a minute. Now it's kind of just more dirt in the eyes. Kind of staring off into space right now. I'm not sure what's going on out there.
Yeah, now it's just up in kind of no man's land. There we go.
So I know we got some tough situation out there, guys. But it's,
The 3-2 grounded to short. Shortstop up with it. Over to first and overthrown. Another run will score. And Schalk in there safely.
yeah, we got to figure out a way to get somebody to man that thing. It's not. We're not catching the action on there, Nate.
What are you talking about? The pitch camp? Oh,
No,
the action camp? Yeah.
It's we didn't catch any of that there, and
That's
Camera
because they
just
got to
keeps
have it
getting
up on a
back up.
picnic table because
Yeah,
we
I
can't
know.
get it inside.
that's what I'm saying is we got rough conditions over there, but we got to find a way to at least aim
It's
it
just not
somehow
a very.
better.
This is not a very friendly venue for broadcasting live baseball or softball. It's just hard to find a spot for our camera here. The fences are over 6 feet tall, so we got to get somebody that's over 6 feet tall to get up there. And then we need a tripod that's taller than that. They're just variables we don't have to deal with anywhere else, you know? Here's the 0-1. High.
Whoa, came right at you, mate.
Yeah, you ain't going to get me no more. No balls, 1 strike. 2 down. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. That's strike number 2. And it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. Pitch is high and outside. Ruth Ann Bogman at the plate. It just seems to be kind of floating out there. Like it'll get set and then it just kind of floats up.
Grim White over here yelling a few things. I think thinks he's a train conductor or something. Like.
Right fielder, number 15, Claire Shaw.
Put him at what? We got first and second base here. Still 2 outs. Yeah, here we go.
I think I might just have him come behind us and see if we can shoot through the net, because I don't know if that's going to work out there. That table's pretty sketchy. They said they don't want to get up on it, and they're going to have to in order to get any kind of action shots out there. So
Hey, they might just have to come up here and get close up on the net. And
that's fine. That's totally fine. If we got to do it, we got to do
follow
it.
the action. That's all we got to do.
Just got to make sure we got our eyes on the prize.
Oh, almost got underneath
Goes
it.
out of play. Two balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, maybe at the end of this inning or something.
Claire Schalk at the plate.
All right, yep, I got to bring it in here. What's
A 2-1, swung on and missed. And it's now 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Runner at second. This one fouled back. So we'll stay at 2-2.
Now, we're going to have you guys come shoot from behind us if we're going to shoot through the fence there.
Yeah.
I'd say try to shoot from the fence.
No, we're going to have you come behind us.
Come on back here through the netting here.
Behind where we're at. That's going to work out a lot better than trying to shoot through that fence. This one gets away from the catcher.
Uh-oh.
And the runner will make her way over to second base.
So we got on second and third now.
And we got a runner at second and third. Still 2 down. Come on. Come on, wind.
Oh, it's got a little piece of that
Ball
one, but
gets
it got
away. Catcher grabs it, but unable to make the play.
Ooh.
So the strikeout. Or actually, no, that's a. Did she walk her? I think she walked
No, I
her.
think she got a piece of it and got away from the catcher there.
So she gets the strikeout but does not record the out.
Left fielder, number 38, Lily Shaw.
It would help if the dust wasn't flying in my eye at the same time I was trying to see what was going on.
For sure, and we're still, still trying to get these cameras set and whatnot, so we're a lot going on at the same time. These girls just keep putting up the points.
This one fouled at the plate.
And these Blue Jackets, they've done a great job here with the 2 down here in the bottom, or the top of the first. Just keep on putting them up.
All their damage has come here with 2 outs.
She's gonna sneak on over to second there.
Bottom of the order here. Lily Schalk at the plate. Schalk fouls this one straight up and off the net, but that one's not playable. That one got me because I didn't know if it was going to be up and over the net. I'm like, uh-oh, here we go.
Is that not playable because it hit the net?
No. In arena football, it is.
Oh.
Fouled back into the net. It's going to stay at 0-2. The
Oh, look
0-2
at that one.
hammered into left field, but the left fielder doesn't have to move for that one.
Right to her there, Dave.
And she makes the play for out number 3. But the Blue Jackets put 4 on the board here in the top of the first. And they lead it here at Tornado Field. Nate Mullins, Greg the Wizard Kinn on the call with you here today. Thanks for tuning in on the Pulse of the Buckeye State. Let's take a moment and thank all of our sponsors who allow us to bring high school sports to you all season long right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We'd like to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Hope in Fostoria, Clouse Construction, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Vicek Orthodontics, the Ohio Army National Guard, and Feasel's Frame and Collision, all proud sponsors, bringing you this high school baseball / softball season right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. What's up?
Just tell me you got the camera right there.
All right.
Finally coming back up here.
I think it's going to end up working out better if we're behind the camera or behind the net than in front of it. We'll just do the best we can with what we've got.
Let's get that leveled out, though.
Let's make sure we get leveled out here.
Just can't follow the action. Turn the camera.
Make sure we get that camera leveled out.
Still trying to get a few of the new crew members trained. It don't help, like you said, Nate, when we're trying to, we're going to climb on a picnic table? What are we going to do here?
Well, and I feel like, anytime we try to get these guys trained, it starts raining or there's some kind of something that comes in that kind of messes up our plans. And so they don't really get into any kind of a rhythm, You know what I'm saying, Greg?
Oh, for sure.
It's hard to get into a rhythm.
It's like, you learn a little bit this day, and then you don't see anything for a week, and
Yep.
you come back and
Leading things off for the Tornadoes, the pitcher, Maisie Malott. First pitch misses outside. Lacey Schalk on the mound for the Blue Jackets. This one fouled back and out of play.
Yo, watch the car driving in traffic, almost hit it. Got a bird flying around here. I think, he's going to swoop down and try to snatch it up? Get out of here.
Snatch
Barry.
it up.
Get out of here, Barry. Get out of here.
Schalk on the season comes into this one at 2-0. This is her third appearance. She's got a 6.12 ERA.
Nate, she threw that right at my face. There's no doubt about that.
Because she heard us talking about her. She's like, we ain't doing that.
Listen.
You shush.
Listen here.
I don't want to hear my numbers.
I can see you when the softball's heading right at my face. You better watch yourself, young lady. Just kidding. That one came right at me again, Nate. I'm telling you right now.
It's coming right for us. Schalk on the season, just 9 hits allowed, but she's only pitched 8 innings. 7 runs allowed, all of them earned. 4 walks and 12 strikeouts. This one hit well into right field, and the right fielder able to make the play for out number 1. Took her all the way to the fence with that one.
Yeah. Had her on the run on that one. Did a great job hauling that one in on the move.
The designated player, number 7, Cam Heyman.
That'll bring up the designated player, Cam Heyman.
I like this weather, Nate.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
It's nice and not too cold.
Nice and not too cold. I love that.
I don't like it when it's chilly.
No.
But
I don't like it when it's chillier either.
But I don't like it when it's hot. And this is like perfect temperature. You got just enough clouds that the sun ain't beating down on us or the equipment.
Mm-hmm. The 1-0 up high. Heyman comes into this one batting .389. 7 hits in 18 at-bats. She's got 2 doubles and a home run on the year. 6 RBIs, 5 runs scored. Watches that one as it clips the outside corner for a strike.
See if the weather cooperates with us this week, Nate. We got a pretty packed schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Got the softball game today. Got a baseball game for you tomorrow. Draft special on Thursday, and then back at baseball again on Friday.
That's right. Heyman took a swing at that one and comes up empty. It's 2-2.
Oh, chopping down at her.
Swing and a miss. Strikeout for Schalk for out number 2.
Tornadoes is a shortstop, number 3, Emma Doherty.
That'll bring up the shortstop, Emma Doherty. Doherty batting .393 coming into this one. 11 hits in 28 at-bats.
Nate, I've got to say, I think I've heard some of the cooler walk-up music of the season so far here today.
2 for flinching. It's hard not to, especially at first. It's a different angle back here, so you got to get used to it. 2 down. The 0-1 swung on, fouled back, and this one's out of play and off of somebody's car. Not mine, though.
I thought that was you for a minute. I was about to be like, when did you put that on the board?
Oh, that's going to have to go in, though.
Oh,
That's going to have to be a new button on the board for sure.
Would it be too much if we had a baby? I was like, oh.
Well, we need a baby voice, too, for sure.
Nobody wants to see that.
Oh, my goodness. Never goes away. Never, ever.
4-0 New Riegel. The 1-2 swung on and missed from Doherty. And that's the end of the first inning. Blue Jackets on top 4-0 as we head to the second inning. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
We go to the top of
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome to your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your trusted community credit union for over 70 years. We're not just a credit union, we're your personal financial counselor. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union is a full-service financial institution tailoring solutions to your needs. Whether it's your first home or planning for the future, we're here to help you find success. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, a legacy built on trust, commitment, and community.
Your legacy, your legacy.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. And we're back here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Nate Mullins and Greg the Wizard Kinn on the call with you here as we start the second inning of action. Back to the top of the order for the Blue Jackets. It's 4-0 New Riegel. Maddie Heilman at the plate. She is 0 for 1, but she did reach base and came around to score a run. Was the first run of the game. And she watches that one high for a ball. It's 2-0. This one swung on, hit well into right center field. It's going to get into the gap all the way to the fence. And Heilman is on board with a lead-up double. Lead-off double.
22, Alexis Mathias.
I got caught listening to Kurt. He said stand up, and I said lead off, and I said lead up. Speaking of Kurt, got the Tiffin Honor Games going on.
Uh-oh.
Gave us the press release for that one right as we were walking up.
Sorry. exciting action. They stole third base.
Yeah.
Thought she was going to get out, but yeah.
Heilman able to make it in safely there at third base. So now a runner 90 feet. Well, it's not 90 feet in softball.
Get you making sure she stays put there. Yeah, Nate, you got the press release there in front of you.
Yes.
It's going to come up.
Let's talk a little bit about the Tiffin Honor Games coming up Memorial Day, May 25th, and then it goes on into the weekend of May 29th through the 31st.
It will be here before you know it. It is gonna
Yeah.
be here so quickly.
Just got done talking with the Your Legacy folks who put on the parade. They put it on last year. They're doing it again this year. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, one of the proud sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports, also the sponsor of the Memorial Day Parade, which happens earlier that day. And I wanted to make sure that we get a spot towards the front. I said, I don't want to be in front of any of the first responders or any of that stuff. Those people come before us, but
Yeah,
we just get a little closer to the front because
We found last year being towards the back of that one did not serve us well.
Yeah.
For trying to cover 2 games right after that.
runners at second and third now, nobody out. Heilman and Matthias. Alexis Matthias moved over to second base there on the wild pitch.
I know this is a little random, Nate, but you know me, I'm a logo guy. I like my logos and things like that. I really like the Memorial Day Parade logo. At
Oh,
Your
yeah.
Legacy. Like whoever
It's clean.
Whoever did that, Your Legacy did a good job. That's tasty.
Very clean. 2 balls, no strikes.
Ooh.
That went in there for a strike. Nice pitch there by Malott.
Just inside there, yeah.
I said that quite a bit our first year on the broadcast.
You said it a lot.
I said it Malott.
Oh, my brain. What is wrong with you?
That one high, and it's 3-1 here on Teal. Jackie Teal at the plate, 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. But once again, Tiffin Columbian versus Calvert in baseball and softball. Those games will be coming to you live from Zip Zoller and Ted Rombach Fields.
They call that the Crosstown Classic. Is that what they're referring to that as?
That is the Crosstown Classic for 2026. 1 o'clock for the opening festivities, 1:30 game time.
I believe they just opened up the shirt sales and things like that.
Mhm.
So look that up, Facebook. And whoa.
This one fouled off to the right, and it's just going to get out of play.
Gonna sneak away there. But yeah, I'm sure you can get all that information on Facebook there.
But there's a lot of stuff going on. Talk about the merch, obviously great way to support. But 100% of all proceeds will benefit the Tiffin Honor Games and the Seneca County Honor Bus. Grounded to third. They come home with it for out number 1.
Got her.
And they got her. Heilman slid in there, but Conley able to apply the tag before she got in. And that is the first out of the inning. Time called. We'll have a little mound visit here brought to you by our friends at Hope in Fostoria. Runners at second and third with 1 out. 4-0 New Riegel. But continuing to talk about those Tiffin Honor Games. Just a phenomenal group of people doing great things for our community and great things for the veterans in our community and first responders. Their mission is to pay honor and tribute to all servant leaders of the greater Tiffin, Ohio community while raising funds and awareness for organizations within Tiffin that are here to better serve our community and those in need. Tiffin Honor Games will once again be partnering with the Seneca County Honor Bus. And that one's low. Carson Piper at the plate. But they're partnering with the Seneca County Honor Bus to help support veterans' trips to the greater Washington, D.C. area for our local veterans and families. The event details they can all be found on the Tiffin Honor Games Facebook page. We told you about it. It's at Calvert, Zip Zoller, and Ted Rombach Field. 1 o'clock opening festivities. Come on down, check it out. Lots of stuff going on. Food trucks for the youth baseball and softball tournament the following weekend. There's a lot of stuff going on. As you've got 9U and 10U, 11, all the way up to 16U playing tournaments here. That one in the dirt, and it's 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. And that one misses. So the walk will load the bases. That'll bring up Wensink. Ava Wensink comes into this one batting .257 on the year. 9 hits in 42 plate appearances. 6 RBIs.
Oh,
This one
right.
grounded back to the pitcher. They go home for the first out,
Nice.
and they're going to stay there. So 2 outs now. I didn't know if they were going to try to double up there, but that's the wise play. Let's go home and keep the lead runner, keep the run off the board. Heads up play there by the Tornadoes. So bases stay loaded, but now it's 2 outs. Force at any base. First one in there for a strike. Nice pitch there from Malott. Once again, we're proud to partner with the Tiffin Honor Games once again. This will be our 3rd year, I think, as a sponsor. 2nd or 3rd, something like that. And we're there, obviously, to broadcast both the games.
I think, have they had one without us there? Or have we been there for each
We've
year?
been there for each year of the
I
broadcast,
thought
for
so.
sure.
I thought, I'm sure
I think we just started sponsoring 2 years ago, but yeah.
But yeah. Just one of those local things that we'd love to be a part of, Nate.
Mm-hmm. That one. Rising fastball. Misses. 2-1.
Speaking of those kind of things, it's we're a few months removed now, but go back and check out that celebrity basketball game. Always a great time. Always up on YouTube to rewatch anytime you want.
The 2-1. Fouled straight up, and catcher unable to make the
man.
play. Yeah, she had it in her glove, but then ran into the netting over there. That is a tough play to make.
Yeah. You're trying to, you're trying to stare up into the
Right?
sky and run forward.
Sheesh. I see a little Russell Fox sighting over there.
You gotta try to protect your mug too. Nobody wants to rope burn from that net.
Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants to see that.
That's right. Talk about ouch. Have you out there looking like Cody Rhodes at the WrestleMania? Did you see him?
Ooh, man, he got beat up pretty bad, didn't
Oh,
he?
man.
That's right. I love it when they say
Oh, is it
wrestling's fake.
gonna walk her there and push it.
And that walk will score another run for the Blue Jackets.
Yeah, they had to cancel some his photo apps the next day because he just looks so rough. They're like, he can't take pictures like this.
First pitch in the dirt. Ruth Ann Bauman at the plate.
Speaking of the dirt, hey, look what's already gathered on the laptop here.
Yeah, oh yeah, I just cleaned it off today too. That's the way it goes. Baseball season is like that. This one fouled back and out of play. One ball, 1 strike. Bases loaded, 2 down. Pitch is in there for a strike to Bauman. She walked her first time up.
So yeah, you got the 2 down right now, Nate, but you saw what kind of damage the Blue Jackets did in the first inning with 2 down.
That's right. Got to lock in here. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. And that's the final out.
Oh, but she dropped it. Does that matter?
But she tagged her.
Probably gonna say
Oh, they're
foul
saying it's
ball.
a foul ball. Okay, so runners will go back.
I say something happened.
Wasn't very clear with the call there. I didn't know what was going on.
So everybody kind of was like, wait a minute. Didn't seem like a end of an inning.
Here's a 1-2 in the dirt. 2-2. Thought she had her on that one, but
Yeah. Try to get out of trouble here, Nate.
Bauman stays alive. It's 2-2. Inside, and it's a full count.
Good pitch, Mace. Good pitch.
Here's the payoff. Fouled up into the air, hit up into the air, and it's going to allow a run to score. As I thought it was fouled, but it went straight in front of the plate, and
straight.
I think neither one of them wanted to dive for it because they were expecting the other one to go for it.
I mean, they were heading right for each other. It's just a tough situation to be in.
It is. And that was hit into no man's land, like right in between the two of them.
Just floated right between. Yeah. Oh, that
This one fouled off, and it's going to go out of play. And it hit a car, but that's okay. It's a softball.
I don't think it works that way.
That's not how it works. The 0-1 gets away from the catcher, but the runners are going to have to get back.
Yeah, good job there by the pitcher coming up to cover the plate.
Mm-hmm.
Like we said, it's dangerous territory, dangerous
really
spot
is.
to be in with the bases loaded like this. Plays to be made everywhere, but runs to be scored everywhere too.
In there for a strike. It's 1-2. Bases still loaded. 2 down. 6-0 Blue Jackets. This one hit down the third base line, but the third baseman able to snag it and step on the bag for out number 3. Blue Jackets able to plate 2 more. They lead 6-0 as we head to the bottom half of the second inning. Let's take a moment and talk about our keys to the game, brought to you by our friends at First National Bank of Sycamore. Tonight, take a look at their team stats for both teams coming into this one. New Riegel averaging about 7 runs per game. Columbian just under 6. But the key difference is runs allowed, as the Blue Jackets just under 2.5 runs per game allowed through the season. These Tornadoes are having some struggles on the mound as they are allowing just under 14.5 runs per game. So that's the stark contrast you see when you look at the stat sheet. But the keys to the game today, once again, Tiffin Columbian needs to get runners on and move them over. That is going to be the key for this Columbian offense. And they're going to have to battle in 2-strike situations, which means, you know, when you're up there and you're in a 2-strike situation, you've got to find a way to battle and stay in the count. You can't fall down. You can't give them an easy strikeout here. And we've already seen early on that that's been the case in that that bottom half of the first inning. And a couple of Tornado hitters kind of went down easy when they got to 2 strikes. You don't want that. You want to battle. But for New Riegel, they got to put pressure on the defense today, which means bunt, get the ball on the ground. Any way you can, put the ball in play today. Put the pressure on the defense and then stay out of high counts. That's going to be the challenge today for Lacey Schalk on the mound, as she wants to stay out of those high pitch counts and try to work her way through this one without getting into any kind of trouble. Once again, our keys to the game brought to you by our friends at First National Bank of Sycamore. Yep, see, that's why that's why our camera wasn't going to work anywhere over there, because
What's the problem?
they're in play over there. So they were telling the players that they had to get inside the dugout. They can't even be kind of peeking outside a little bit. This one hit
Speaking of peeking,
into the outfield for a base hit. So the Tornadoes will have a leadoff runner aboard.
yeah, Nate, it's always kind of cracked me up. It seems like it depends on where you go or who you have
Catcher number
officiating the
21,
game,
Elikana.
how loose or tight they are with those rules.
Mm-hmm.
There's been times when I've stood right on the corner of the dugouts. They're almost poking out a little bit, and there's been times when they're like, can't it all, you can't it all. It's like,
Yep.
oh.
Ball gets away from the catcher, and the runner will advance from first to second base.
You get your Scooby-Doo noise on there yet?
I don't. I'm still working on it.
I'll admit I've been slacking a little bit, Nate, because
Kurt had his. He's working on it.
it was WrestleMania week this week, folks. I gotta apologize. I was slacking. I was being lazy this weekend.
That one misses outside. It's 1-1. Now, we've been trying to get this replay system to work, and it is just head scratching right
Yeah,
now.
I still haven't got it figured out. Like I said, I'm gonna take a crack at something different tonight that I think should fix it.
This one grounded out of play.
I can't imagine why it wouldn't fix it. So
I take it our fix today didn't work. No.
nope. Womp womp.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Oh.
This one hit back up the middle and into the outfield for a base hit. They're going to keep the runner at third. And so we'll have runners at first and third with still nobody out.
And I'd say 2 nice hits, almost to the same spot of the field there.
Yeah.
First baseman, number 15, Bree McNutt.
Ella Conley with a base hit there.
I'm just laughing thinking about this thing being wireless and how close it is right now.
Swung on and missed. Quick throw down to third, and the runner is back in time. But Conley able to make her way from first to second base, so now runners at second and third with nobody out. That one low. You gotta love it.
Yeah, we don't even need sound effects here.
Don't.
Just
No.
sit by Kurt.
He's got him. He's got the soundboard going. Here's the 1-1. Popped up. First base side. First baseman. Unable to make the play, and it stays fair.
It's just not a good angle. On it.
No, they're going to say foul ball.
Oh,
Foul
wow.
ball.
Wow.
I was gonna say, I thought he was pointing foul, but they started cheering.
Yeah, just not a good angle to get underneath that one. Almost staring up at it backwards.
Coach Otney doesn't seem to agree with that. He's like, hey, come on, man.
He said, this is some...
Here's the 1-2. Inside. Bree McNutt at the plate. Batting .296 coming into this one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Fouled back and out of play.
Oh, what's that tiny car? My very expensive, very nice car.
Very expensive.
Can't be having the soft balls. Oh, my goodness.
Here's a 2-2. This one hit foul down the third base line.
This is the Peter Griffin. Tripped and holding his knee.
Here's the 2-2. This one hit to third.
Down to first.
Third baseman throws down to first. And the runners will stay. They get the runner. They get the first out. But the runners will stay at second and third.
Right fielder, number 5, Gabby Schock.
That'll bring up Gabby Schock, the right fielder.
Do you hear these music? This is smooth stuff.
Oh, yeah. That one in there for a strike. Six nothing New Riegel. Runners at second and third. 1 out. This one fouled back into the net. And it's quickly 0-2. Blue Jackets were in action last night as they took home a win in Sandusky against the Panthers, 14-2. Swung on and missed. Big strikeout there for Lacey Schalk.
Nate, maybe I'm clueless, but what do you think these letters on the sleeve mean? Like it says LDRS, I think.
Second baseman, number 12.
See on the sleeve of the Columbian uniform, too?
I think that's part of the old Judd Lutz thing that he had on his license plate. Love, discipline, respect, something else. I can't remember what the third thing is.
Yeah, I just thought it was neat.
That's a fair ball down the third baseline. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score.
Nice.
And the Tornadoes put some runs on the board here. They trim that deficit back down to 4. It's 6-2. Nice piece of hitting there, as Emma Blott puts that one right down the third base line.
For Issa Aller. Let's go with Issa Aller.
And that'll bring up Elise Aller.
Well, Nate, you know how these teams like to show
Issa
out?
Aller, sorry.
They like to show out when Hoos is in town.
Issa Aller at the plate. A running bunt. Throw over to first is in time for out number 3. But the Tornadoes are able to put 2 on the board. It's now 6-2. New Riegel on top. Step aside. We'll take a timeout. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Prevent opioid and stimulant misuse in your teen's sports journey. Keep all medications locked and only use them as prescribed. Talk openly about the dangers of misusing painkillers and stimulants. Work with healthcare providers to find safe alternatives for pain and focus. Protect their future. Prevent misuse. Visit carsa.org for prevention tips and community resources.
At Vicek Orthodontics, they're all about creating confident, healthy smiles for every age. Dr. Vicek and the team use the latest techniques to make your orthodontic journey comfortable and effective. Discover the difference of personalized care and a smile you'll be proud to show off. Schedule your consultation with Vicek Orthodontics today. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
100% of all
And we're back here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Nate Mullins and Greg the Wizard Kinn with you as we start the third inning of action. Tiffin Columbian able to add 2 there in the bottom half of the second inning, but the Blue Jackets lead at 6-2.
You want to take a look at one of our player spotlights?
Let's talk about our player spotlights. First, we'll start with the Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes. Tonight we shine our spotlight on one Maisie Malott. Malott comes into this one batting .355. She has 11 hits and 30 at-bats, 6 RBIs, 2 doubles, 4 home runs, leads the team. She also has a .450 on-base percentage and a 1.2 OPS. Impressive start to the season for the sophomore. And she will give way on the mound to Gabby Schock. For the Blue Jackets, we shine our spotlight on Carson Piper, who conveniently enough is not pitching today, as it's not a conference game, so they're not going to waste their best pitcher on a conference game. But she comes into this one 6-2 with a .65 ERA. This one grounded to third. Third baseman up with it, over to first for out number 1 quickly. 1 pitch, 1 out for Gabby Schock.
Yeah, like I said, enough of that spotlight talk. Come on, we got I didn't like that part, Nate.
But once again, Carson Piper, our player spotlight for the New Riegel Blue Jackets. She has a .65 ERA, 65 innings pitched, 6 earned runs allowed, 111 strikeouts in 65 innings pitched. That's about 2 strikeouts per inning, Greg. That is phenomenal numbers for Carson Piper, the junior hurler for the Blue Jackets. Once again, our player spotlight's brought to you by Vicek Orthodontics. That pitch into the dirt and off the plate. Maddie Heilman at the plate. Back to the top of the order for the Blue Jackets. Three balls, no strikes here on Heilman. Watches that one in there for a strike.
Oh, not the 0-0 number.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
She means business. The 3-1. Outside, and she walked her. So Heilman
Third base
on with a one-out walk.
Matthias.
That'll bring up Alexis Matthias, third baseman. She was hit by a pitch and has a walk in this one. She's been on base twice. Here's the 1-0. This one grounded to short. Shortstop up with it to second for one, and they'll keep it there as that's out number 2. Great job by Doherty. Gets the leadoff runner.
Shortstop number 24, Jackie Teal.
That'll bring up Jackie Teal. Teal, the shortstop. 0 for 2 on the day with a run scored and a strikeout. Once again, Greg reminded you earlier, but we have more baseball coming to you this week, as tomorrow we'll be live from Sycamore over at Warriors Field for the N10 matchup between the Mohawk Warriors and the Cary Blue Devils. Should be a great one for that one. Blue Devils have really started out on fire.
I saw the Blue Devils Facebook page shared that post, so you know they're excited about that one.
Here's a 2-0 in the dirt, and it's 3-0.
Like I said, these teams, they like to play up when Hoos is in town. People like to be on Hoos, and can't blame them, man.
That's right. When the game's on Hoos, you can't take your eyes off it, Greg.
No doubt about it.
There's a 3-0.
Pitch.
That one in there for a strike.
It's like I said, right down the middle.
Nice pitch. The 3-1 to Teal, and it's high. So Jackie Teal earns herself a walk.
First baseman number 5, Carson Piper.
That'll bring up the first baseman, Carson Piper, batting cleanup.
Is that who the spotlight was on?
That is our spotlight player for the game.
I just couldn't remember the first name exactly. I was like, man, watch it be your sister, and I look like a dude.
I did spotlight her pitching stats, but we can talk about her hitting. She is coming into this one batting .344 on the year. She's 11 hits, 3 doubles, 10 RBIs.
Ten ribbies. I haven't heard that since Tommy was at New Riegel.
This one fouled off to the right, and it's going to make it out of play.
I'm so slow that I didn't even put together that I'm talking about New Riegel also. It all works out. Yeah, that one just sailing a little far out of play there.
One ball, one strike. Runners at first and second with 2 down. This one grounded back to the pitcher.
Nice.
Shock over to first. And the Blue Jackets are retired without scoring a run for the first time.
Oh, my God.
We head to the bottom of the third. 6-2.
No hits.
New Riegel on top.
Score is now 6-2. New Riegel going to the home half of the third inning.
Had to start finding some new sound pads. I can't compete with Kurt.
Man, listen, there's a reason that I always got along well with Kurt Malott. Even when he's my teacher, guy has a great sense of humor.
Let's take a moment and thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here. Broadcast this one live and paywall free for you right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We'd like to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Hope in Fostoria, Clouse Construction, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Vicek Orthodontics, the Ohio Army National Guard, and Feasel's Frame and Collision. All proud sponsors bringing you this high school baseball and softball season right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Big shout out to Clouse Construction, our instant replay sponsors. We're working on hopefully having that ready and up and running by tomorrow's game.
If we can't get it up and running, then we're going to figure out something else.
Center fielder.
I have faith that I can.
We'll get it figured out. We just might have to scrap the whole
I'm trying to figure out
scrap the
why.
whole scene collection here and start all over.
But
A big shout out to Clouse Construction, your design build general contractor.
I mean, honestly, whoa.
This one hit well into right field. Right fielder going back, off the fence.
Wow, you dropped it.
And this one's going to go over the fence. And
my
a home run. This will off the fielder and out of the out of the field of play, so that's going to count as a home run.
I thought she had that. And then I seen the old bright yellow ball hit the ground there.
That one was gone.
I'll tell you what.
Maisie Malott
Wow.
put a charge into that one.
Let me see some.
And the Tornadoes have cut the deficit in half. Ooh.
My goodness. What happened to this?
And this one's going to go over the fence. And a home run. This will off the fielder and out of the field of play, so that's going to count.
There we go. But gotta update that score then.
Got to bring up Cam Heyman.
What a hit that was. Took me right out. I don't remember what I was gonna say after.
Bro, I was talking about Clouse Construction, and yeah, that just.
Oh right, what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, Nate, is you go anywhere in this area, even outside of this area. But I mean, you're driving around anywhere and you look, and you're gonna see a Clouse Construction sign, a truck, a trailer. It seems like this,
Oh, yeah.
It seems like they're working on everything. They've got their hands on everything in this area.
Mhm.
It's unreal.
The 1-1 misses outside. It's 2-1. You're right, though. Everywhere you look, pretty much, there's some kind of. You see Clouse Construction pretty much everywhere, especially right now. That the ground is, it's thawed out, so now they can actually get some stuff done around here. And they're hard at work and busy. This one goes out of play.
Yeah, when you hear their name on a local broadcast like this, how can you not want to hire a company like that? You know,
100%.
You know, that supports the local athletes, the local small businesses.
And I mean, when you want to get it done right and you want to get it done right the first time and you just don't know where to start, that's when you have to trust the experts. And they'll guide you through your project from conception to completion, like we said. That's the best way to do it. Trust the experts.
There's no doubt about it. You talk about making a name for yourself. They've definitely made the name for themselves around here.
3-2. Popped up on the infield. Second baseman squeezes it for out number 1. That'll bring up Emma Doherty. Doherty 0 for 1 with a strikeout today. This one hit into right field, but the right fielder ranges over to make the play for out number 2. She gave it a ride. Unfortunately, it's right where the fielder was, pretty much. Only had to make a couple of steps over to make that play.
So the way she smoked that one, I thought she was working for old Billy Alford there.
So 2 down here in the bottom of the third. Going to bring up Olivia Steinmetz. Steinmetz fouls this one straight up, and this one's going to get out of play and almost hit somebody over there.
Oh, Russell Fox tried to catch that one. Got to be quicker than that, Russ. Come on now.
Russell looked like he wanted to catch it, and then he's like, never mind.
He's like,
I'm not catching that.
He's like, he must have saw that video of that fan at WrestleMania that like stumbled over and fell down a couple rows. He was like, I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah, that was pretty nasty. That looked like it hurt. This one grounded to third.
Snatched it up. And
over to first.
Nice.
Out number 3. Tornadoes go 1, 2, 3 here in the bottom half of the third. Actually, no, they don't. They actually got a home run and then went 1, 2, 3. So they do score a run. And they trim the deficit in half. It's 6-3 New Riegel. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome to your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your trusted community credit union for over 70 years. We're not just a credit union, we're your personal financial counselor. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union is a full-service financial institution tailoring solutions to your needs. Whether it's your first home or planning for the future, we're here to help you find success. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, a legacy built on trust, commitment, and community.
Your legacy, your legacy.
This is a Butler building, and so is this one, and this one, and this one too. They're all Butler buildings. Custom designed, custom built to exacting specifications by Clouse Construction, your local Butler builder. Discover the difference a versatile Butler manufacturing building system can make for your new facility. Virtually any size, any shape, any usage. Call Clouse Construction today. You'll find their work all over Northwest Ohio and online at clouseconstruction.com.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
And we're back here at Columbian Tornado softball field. Nate Mullins and Greg the Wizard Kinn on the call with you as we start the fourth inning of action. Blue Jackets lead it 6-3.
You almost called him Blue Riegel, didn't you? What a name. What a name.
That one hit right to the shortstop, and Emma Doherty squeezes it for out number 1.
That's too good to let that one go. My brain wanted to hear it.
Blue Riegel. The Blue Riegel New Jackets.
At least that makes sense, kind of.
So Gabby Schock started this one the same way she started the third inning. 1 pitch, 1 out. There's 2 pitches and 2 outs.
Man, I tell you, she was close to almost not stepping on that
I
base.
thought she kind of maybe took her foot off at the last second, but just held it there long enough to record the out.
I'm glad we saw the same thing there.
Yeah.
That's a dope.
This one hit into left field, but just foul. You're talking a few inches to the left of that foul line.
Yeah, the way that thing curved, you thought she was trying to pick up a spare in bowling or something.
You know, if Aaron Steyer painted those lines, it would have been fair. Remember the one time he painted those lines for youth football?
Oh, my goodness.
We roasted him for like 3 weeks for it.
Man.
2 down. Here's the 0-1 in the dirt. Ruth Ann Bauman at the plate. She's 1 for 1 on the night. She's got a run scored, or she's got an RBI and a walk.
Man, I tell you what's crazy, Nate, is after this picture, is that bad? As I
That
look
one
around,
misses.
this facility here, it's just amazing to me how much. What in the world? What was that, Kurt?
That was a new sound pad.
But I was just gonna say, it amazes me how much this community has invested in softball and baseball.
This one hit into right. In the right fielder. What a play!
Wow.
What a play by Corinne Plott.
Just snatched that one right out of play there, Nate.
Wow.
Laying out for that one.
Out number 3, and that was an exclamation point on that one.
Wow. But yeah.
Wow. Corinne Plotz with a huge play there.
But yeah, it was us, as I was saying, Nate, just as I look around here, you know, as we're sitting on this nice concrete padding behind this, you know, nice netting and fencing and all this here, I'm like, man, I'm old enough to have been here for a while when my little niece was playing in the youth softball games down here, and it didn't look like this, Nate. And I mean,
No,
that
it
goes,
didn't.
That goes for this, Columbian's Field, Calvert's Field. Obviously, we've known with the senior projects, it's just like amazing to see the growth in the baseball community in Tiffin. You know, like
Yeah,
there really
absolutely.
are. It's just growing and growing. It gets better and better.
No, you make a great point, Greg, and there's so much support for it. I mean,
And that's why you see the honor games and things like that.
you almost see, you know, I won't say it's too much support, but there's almost so much support that there's nowhere for people to sit here. They got some really nice bleachers over here for everybody to have a place to sit, but they're packed.
Yeah, and I don't believe they
For a
even had-
softball game.
I said I don't even believe they had that many bleachers before, and they didn't have all those concrete area here. It just was not here. Like I mean,
Yeah.
So they've added additional seating for you, and it's still hard to find a spot. Just shows you that the sport just growing in popularity.
First pitch in there for a strike. Schalk on the mound for her 4th inning of work. She's at 41 pitches. That one misses inside. Lacey Schalk through 3 innings, 4 hits allowed, 3 runs, all of them earned, and 3 strikeouts. She has not surrendered a walk. This one hit to the
nice.
first baseman, and
Able to get back over there.
Carson Piper snags it and then retreats back to the bag for out number 1.
She's country. I'm not sure what the song is, but it's a country song. I dig it. Like I said, the vibe is right with this team. Now if they can just get the record to match the vibe.
And with this Tornadoes team, they've been able to score runs this year. As I mentioned, they're averaging just under 6 runs per game.
Right, we just need both parts of the puzzle here.
Exactly. They need some pitching to kind of back up
Straight up.
what they've been able to do at the plate.
Oh.
As that one makes its way out of play. And
Going right towards Tiny Car. Oh my God, no. It went under Tiny Car.
pink.
At least it rolled under Tiny Car and didn't actually touch it. And believe it or not, my muffler's not hanging down and cleared underneath there.
It's not? Oh my gosh.
No, I just got a big old hole in my exhaust. And my muffler's still there.
The 0-2 grounded to short.
Chop,
Shortstop up with it, over to first for out number 2.
Making quick work there.
So Schalk, after surrendering a run in her last 2 innings, has recorded an out here. First 2 batters. They'll bring up Gabby Schock. Schock fouls that one out of play.
Man, I tell you what, there's been some lucky landings out here today, Nate.
Right?
Like that one hit and it bounced off the ground, and I think it just barely like tapped the rim of that car, but it could hit so many worse places.
I don't know. It sounded like it hit something. Oh, wait, that was a sound pad.
Just a little ding ding. Oh,
one
smoked that one. It's up.
Popped up, first base side. And
Snatched it up.
Piper
And that's the
able to
third
make
one.
the play for out number 3. Tornadoes go 1, 2, 3. We're through 4. Blue Jackets lead it 6-3. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
At First National Bank of Sycamore, we are a truly local bank that is community-based and community-focused. We are invested in your success, and our team is here to help. First National Bank of Sycamore, banking that just makes sense.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Welcome back to Tornado Softball Field. Nate Mullins and Greg the Wizard Kinn on the call with you here as we start the 5th inning of action. New Riegel on top, 6-3 over the Lady Tornadoes. Take a moment and thank our sponsors as we get you set. Start of the 5th inning. I'd like to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Hope in Fostoria, Clouse Construction, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Vicek Orthodontics, the Ohio Army National Guard, and Feasel's Frame and Collision. All proud sponsors bringing you tonight's softball game right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. And if you'd like to add your name to that list, folks, we've still got about 10 games left on the schedule, on our regular season schedule. That's still plenty of time to get your business the exposure that you can only find right here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Yeah, it's time to wake up and get out of that hibernation, Nate.
Some grounded foul down the third base line. Once again, if you want to jump on that sponsor list, shoot us an email, sales@heartofohiosports.com. That's pretty easy to remember.
And don't forget, it's tax season. People getting their refunds. They want to spend that money somewhere.
People get refunds?
They get your name out there. Some people do, huh? I mean, yeah.
I used to. Not anymore.
But yeah, you want to get your name out there. These people are looking for a place to spend their money. Make sure it's with you.
Yeah, that's right. Here's the 2-1. This one hit into right field. Right fielder under it. And makes the play for out number 1. Maisie Malott with the put out. Is that who that was? Or was that? No, that's Corinne Plott, sorry. Corinne Plott makes the play in right field. This one, another hit to right field. This time, Plott makes another play. Snags that one, no problem.
That one may be a little easier, but almost the same sweet spot there, Nate.
So 2 down. And Gabby Schock is working quickly. Since she's come into this one, Greg, she has shut down the Blue Jackets lineup. No runs allowed. And she just got 27 pitches through 2 innings. Just 2 walks, but no hits, no runs, and no base runners. That's those 2 walks, but she's been pretty efficient.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you talked about the squad needing, Nate.
Stay out of those high pitch counts. That one in the dirt. It's 1-1. That was part of our keys to the game, brought to you by our friends at First National Bank of Sycamore. Actually, it was one of the keys for New Riegel was to stay out of those high strike counts. The 1-1. This one hit to short. Doherty stabs it, but unable to make the play.
Man,
and she probably saved a base on that one. Because if that gets through, it's probably a double.
Yeah.
Third baseman, number 22, Alexis Mathias.
Like, you want to talk about effort. So much effort there, unfortunately, for, like you said, only being able to basically stop a base advancement. But, man, what a play. That's quick. Quick thinking. Quick on your feet there to snag that one.
They'll give her credit for a single on that one. So Maddie Heilman with a 2-out single. First pitch misses outside. It's 1-0. Alexis Mathias at the plate. She's 0 for 1 on the day.
Lost my video for some reason.
Uh-oh.
Did that thing die? Sorry about that. Let me switch this around. Sorry about that, folks. Must have had a battery that died. Thing about these softball and baseball games sometimes, these batteries don't last quite as long as these players do.
Right?
They have 3 balls now, no strikes. This batter's sitting in a good spot here.
The 3-0. High. And she walked her. I put runners at first and second now with 2 outs for Jackie Teal. That's why I don't like using those smaller batteries. They might have less weight, but they don't last. First pitch misses high to Jackie Teal.
I like that pitch, Nate, how the arm movement looked real quick, but the ball kind of floated slowly out of her hand.
Change up, yeah.
If I was up at the plate, I probably just swung at that one looking like a doofus.
That one in there for a strike. Runners will advance to second and third.
And we've seen this all game, Nate. Being 2 down, these Blue Jackets just continue to just make things happen.
The 1-1. This one hit back up the middle through the infield for a base hit. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And the Blue Jackets once again doing more damage with 2 outs.
This is dangerous.
As they put 2 more on the board and take an 8-3 lead.
Carson Piper.
It's like this. It's like this Blue Jacket squad. You put their back against the wall, they just become better, you know.
Mm-hmm. I look the runner back at first before they throw it back. First pitch in there for a strike to Carson Piper. The 1-1. Hit right to the third baseman who makes the play, Olivia Steinmetz. Nice snag over there at third. That's why they call it the hot corner, Greg.
Yeah, a great job there, just limiting the damage after you, like we just said, Nate.
But the Blue Jackets, once again, more damage with 2 outs as they add to their lead. It's now 8-3 New Riegel as we head to the bottom of the 5th here at Tornado Softball Field. Thanks for tuning in here with us on Heart of Ohio Sports. Nate Mullins and Greg the Wizard Kinn with you. Told you about the honor games. What's that, Greg? What were you going to say?
We've seen some big hits here today, Nate, including that home run there by Columbian earlier. But we've seen some just nice, deep shots, some big old schwacks on the ball here today.
Yeah.
It's been a good one to watch.
For sure. Don't forget, tomorrow night we'll be live from Sycamore as we'll broadcast the Mohawk versus Cary baseball game. And then on Thursday, we'll be live from Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery for the NFL Draft Special.
Yeah, I was going to say, Nate, we went over our sponsors list a couple times, and each time I went over Benchwarmers there, I thought, speaking of Benchwarmers, going to host us there. Going to have the restaurant to ourselves?
Pretty much. I mean, the draft starts at 8 o'clock. Benchwarmers closes at 9. We're going to be outside. I mean, we're going to be pretty much by ourselves.
Yeah, not completely by ourselves, but, we get the VIP treatment regardless. So.
Yeah, one way or another, we're going to be closing that place down.
And you can join us, folks.
That's right. Tune in with us here on Heart of Ohio Sports. As we'll be live once again from Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery for the NFL Draft first round coverage here on Heart of Ohio Sports. This one fouled back and out of play. Got the Browns with a couple of first round picks this year.
Nate, I think the only thing tougher than the NFL Draft, trying to pick something is trying to pick the food off the menu there. I'll trade places with a GM anytime.
In there for a strike. It's 1-2.
Oh, it looks like they're having some trouble with the board there, Nate.
Yeah, they've been having issues with that all game. I don't know what's.
I seen it was acting goofy. And then I just
foul at the plate.
See him giving a old head shake there for a second. I said,
yeah.
That's never good. Oh.
Check swing, but she went.
Yeah, just.
And that'll be a strikeout for Schalk.
So yeah, she tried to pull it back, but there's just too much on that one, Nate. Must have had the heavy bat today. like me when I went bowling for Tommy's daughter's birthday party. Just seeing me trying to figure out which was the lightest bowling ball I could fit my fat fingers in.
I have a love-hate relationship with the game of bowling because I have giant sausage fingers and my thumbs are like enormous.
That's why I love me some Wii bowling.
I can never find I have to get my own bowling ball made, and I'm not spending $400 on a bowling ball if I only bowl like once every 5 years.
Now you sound like Homer Simpson. Alley balls.
I'm just like, they don't fit though. I cannot. Every bowling ball I've ever found at the alley, if my thumb is big enough to fit in the hole, it will suction cup to it every time I try to bowl.
Yeah, I tried to.
Ooh. That one inside. Issa Aller at the plate.
See, if she was one of the baseball players and had herself a nice beard there, she would have got a shave from that one. Yeah, during Tommy's daughter's birthday party, I actually tried to steal her bowling ball from her, but I had that issue, Nate. She had the little, like, neon colored, cutesy little light ball, and I said, and I was like, oh, wait, my hand's going to get stuck in this. They're going to have to call the fire department. Here, I was just kidding.
I'm just kidding.
Swacked right
back to the pitcher. Over to first for out number 2.
So I am glad that you are keeping track, because I am clueless.
I got the game changer here, and I got the scoreboards now up to date here.
So I just got that one fixed up there. I seen that.
That'll bring up Maisie Malott, who hit her 5th home run of the season the last time up.
5th home run of the season.
Mm-hmm. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that leads the SBC Lake. But let me double check that before I go making any statements like that.
I was going to say, man, there's people that would wish for 5 home runs in a career.
Right? That one misses.
He was? Okay. He can joke around a lot.
2 balls, no strikes, 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 5th. Schalk, the 2-0. This one popped up and out of play right over the fence. Actually, no, it cleared right in between the fence and the bleachers there.
Right in the sweet spot. Oh, yeah,
strike.
Another one there, Nate. We tried to check it, but just too little, too late, pulling back on it.
Evens the count at 2-2. The 2-2 misses outside, and it's a full count. Here's the payoff. Ooh. Fouled at the plate. So she'll stay alive at 3-2. Nobody on with 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 5th. Tornadoes trail it by 5 to the 10-2 Blue Jackets.
I'll tell you, Nate, one thing we haven't touched on is this is a little random, but how about that Calvert and Seneca East game that we weren't able to stream the other day?
And there's a nice at-bat there from Maisie Malott as she draws a walk. Yeah, they ended up playing that game.
But I mean,
in the rain. The whole game was in the rain.
It's just one of those games where you're.
Sorry, folks, I'm not doing that.
that's just one of those games where you get 2 great teams. You see the outcome, and you're like, all right, now I want to see it again, not in the rain.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, what a hard-fought effort down there at the Heidelberg's baseball field. They had to move it down there because everything gets so squishy down here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like me and Nate, like we talked about, me and you would have been sitting all right, high and dry, but the equipment not so much, and that's what really matters.
Right.
So we can get wet, you know.
Swung on and missed, runner off,
Ooh, and
sliding in safely to second base. The 0-2. Fouled back. And hits the red truck twice.
So I was going for the Hoosmobile, but thankfully it was a Ford F650 sitting there next to it.
So that home run for Maisie Malott will put her in the lead in the SBC Lake for home runs, as she was tied with Aubrey Ransom of Perkins with 4. Blues missing a ball or 2 or 3 or 4. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second base with 2 down. Tornadoes trying to trim away at that deficit. They trail by 5. This one fouled off once again. Cam Heyman staying alive here at 0-2.
That's about the same exact bat again.
Yeah.
Whenever we talk about home run leaders and stuff, I always think about back to the days, the old Mark McGuire's and Sammy Sosa's, and how it was all ruined. Thanks a lot, guys. No, man, those were some good days, though. And it was just like dingers out the park, everybody just chasing that number, chasing each other all season long.
So I've seen that they've come up with a sporting league now that is basically like performance enhancement encouragement.
It's like, hey.
Where they're just like, they're getting the best athletes in the world, and they're just like, hey,
like,
you know, we don't care if you use performance enhancing. Actually, we encourage you to
like,
use
if you're
performance
here,
enhancing drugs.
If you're here for a good time, not for a long time, join
Yeah,
us.
that's. I mean, I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense. It's wild, but
people gonna do
to
what
each
people
their own.
gonna do.
Yep.
I mean, whether the league's there or not, people are gonna be doing this.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch.
Ooh.
High and outside, and Heyman putting together a nice at-bat here. Staying alive. Runner at second. Did you see the pose?
She's been doing that each oh, no, not the Hoosmobile.
No.
That's all right. We'll send them a bill. Oh, you think it's funny?
As long as there's not a broken window, we should be okay. And Heyman, after falling behind 0-2 in the count, getting a foul off at 0-2, has worked herself back into this one, and it's a full count.
You won't want a broken window, Nate. That'd be terrible. That'd be like driving around with loose lug nuts or something.
Oh, man, you wouldn't want that. Nobody.
Nobody wants to see that.
Uh-oh.
This one popped up first base side, and the second baseman able to make the play.
Good job holding on to that.
Yeah, she almost dropped it, but
had to squeeze.
able to make the play for out number 3. And that'll retire the side. Tiffin Columbian trails it 8-3. Blue Jackets due up to bat here in the top of the 6th. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
We are your neighbors, your sons and daughters. We are learning life and job skills and getting an education. We're proud to serve Ohio. We are your Ohio Army National Guard. Learn more about part-time service at nationalguard.com/OH.
Put your game face on. Heart of Ohio Sports.
And we're back here on Heart of Ohio Sports Nate Mullins and Greg the Wizard Kinn on the call with you as we start the 6th inning. New Riegel leads at 8-3. Gabby Schock on for her 4th inning of work here. She did give up the 2 runs in the last inning, but they were with 2 outs, as these Blue Jackets have done the majority of their damage today with 2 outs.
Yeah. Like you said, you put the pressure on them. They just turned to diamonds, Nate.
Ava Wensink at the plate. She is 1 for 3 on the day. She's got a hit, a run, and an RBI. A 2-0 off the plate, and it's now 3-0 on Wensink. Here's a 3-0. That one right over the plate. It's now 3-1. That one hit to short. Shortstop unable to make the play.
Able to slow it down, though, Nate.
Yeah, she snow-coned it there. And I thought she might have had it, but when she hit the ground, it popped out of her glove. So I put a runner at first with nobody out. Gonna bring up Lacey Schalk, the pitcher.
So that one was just rolling, heading there towards the lip of the grass. You never know how it happens when it hits there.
Mm-hmm. Schalk 0 for 2 with a walk, a run scored, and an RBI.
Look at that, off on the pitch. No problem there. The catcher's not able to bring that one in there, Nate.
So the runner will move into scoring position here with nobody out. The 1-0. Off. That one's in the dirt and gets away from the catcher, so the runner will make it from 2nd to 3rd now.
Seen that a few times today, just a little bit of trouble. Nothing major, but it happened, little hiccups here and there.
That's a hard play to make when that ball bounces off the dirt.
Yeah, and then as you see, the Blue Jackets taking advantage of it on the base pass there.
And I don't think they were taught. Here's the thing, Greg. I may be showing my age here as the shortstop knocks that one down, but no play to make here as the run will score. And that's just goes back to those keys to the game. Put the ball in play, put the pressure on the defense there. And that's exactly what they did. But I'm going to show my age here a little bit. I think, going back to when I was a catcher, our stances are a little different than they were. The stances now are a little different than they were when I was younger. We were mostly like it's like a squat stance, pretty much centered straight to the pitcher. You see a lot of these catchers now, they're almost taking like a one-legged stance. One leg's higher than the other. They put the one knee up higher. That's a lot harder to put your body in front of the ball and keep the ball in front of you.
Well, that, and they don't chisel the baseball out of caveman rocks anymore, Nate.
That's exactly right. I mean, they're not, yeah. I mean, it's a different game now.
I know what you're saying, absolutely.
It just makes it hard to put your body in front of it and keep the ball down in front of you.
It's just one of those things that, the evolution of sports, things change. People find different ways. They feel comfortable doing things. And
absolutely.
Sometimes it works, and sometimes, they go, you know what, maybe I'll go back to the old way.
This one hit to short.
Oh, again?
Doherty up with it. Throw over to first is in time. But
the lead runner just kind of hovered there, waiting for her to throw it.
But that'll put a runner at third with one out. Blue Jackets lead it 9-3 now. And that'll bring up Claire Schalk.
Oh, smoking that one.
Hit into center field.
A nice grab.
Malott able to grab it for out number 2, but the sacrifice fly will score another run for the Blue Jackets. They now lead it
Next up is left
10-3.
38, Lily Schalk.
And that'll bring up Lily Schalk, the left fielder. She is 0 for 3 on the day.
Yeah, but there's 2 outs, Nate. You know what happens now.
Mm-hmm. This is where they do their damage here. At least that's where it's been done all game.
Hey, you even have to count that run as happening after 2 outs. It counts, it counts.
Nice job staying in front of that one. Two balls, no strikes. 2 down. That changeup misses, and it's 3-0. A 3-0 in there for a strike. Nice pitch. She was taken all the way on that one. Here's the 3-1. Bounces that one in there. So Schalk
Back to the top for the Blue Jackets.
on base. Blue Jackets have a 2-out base runner once again. That'll bring up Maddie Heilman. Heilman 2 for 3 on the day with 2 runs scored.
Scoreboard is 10-3 too. We're aware.
Trying to fix the scoreboard situation here, but
no, old Kurt Malot's over there trying to sneak him in some extra points. That's what
runner off and no throw. So Schalk will be in there safely with a steal.
I just like the end of that statement. We're aware.
We know. We know.
It's almost as if somebody's brought it up or something.
This one hit into center.
Oh,
Malott squeezes it for out number 3. But the Blue Jackets add to their lead. It's 10-3 New Riegel as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Nate Mullins and Greg the Wizard Kinn on the call with you here.
You hear that one, Nate?
Of course. How could I miss that one?
That's supposed to be like her snagging that ball, so it's mine. Yeah.
Don't forget, folks, we'll be live from Sycamore tomorrow night for Mohawk versus Cary as they're playing the first game of that series today. That's how the N10 does it, Greg. We'll get used to that next year as a lot of our local coverage teams are switching to the N10.
Is it like back-to-back games?
Yes. So they'll do a home and home back-to-back.
I noticed when we covered the, what was it, Seneca
Mohawk.
They did the next day. They did that.
Yep. That is a thing in the N10 that I actually kind of like. I think that's actually kind of cool. It's very much like major leagues, how they do it in the major leagues.
Yeah, because I was gonna say it's almost like sometimes in these big games with these really good teams, you get this comes down to like a one hit or one play, and you're like, oh man, on another day, I don't know if this would have been the same outcome. Well, then you get to find out immediately the next day. Well,
yeah.
Let's see if it would have been the same outcome. Was today your day by luck, or you guys have this one in the bag? You know.
Well, and I think a lot of times, you know, what happens is a team will play the first game early in the year, and then they play the same team later in the year, and it's not the same team.
Yeah, right. And I mean,
completely different team by then.
Team evolves over the season.
So doing it back-to-back like that presents a different challenge, I think. But nevertheless, they're playing the first game now between Mohawk and Cary, and then we'll be there for the second game tomorrow in Sycamore. They're playing tonight in Cary.
Nice, you'll have a little bit of a preview of what maybe to expect tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
That one straight up. Oh,
this one hit straight back and foul and out of play.
No. Jumped over my car.
Yeah, bueno.
Woohoo! It's the perks of having a tiny car. Baseballs just bounce over top of it.
Blue Devils leading Mohawk 7-0 right now.
Man.
That one swung on and missed from Doherty.
This guy's swinging at that one.
Bottom of the 6th here. Lacey Schalk doing a great job here today. 78 pitches now. This one hit foul and oh, what a play by the first baseman.
Snag.
Carson Piper snags it just before she runs into the dugout net over there.
Wow.
Wow.
Third base,
Piper able to make that
Olivia Steinman.
look easy. She made that look like the Pied Piper.
Look like a ballerina out there.
Ball came right to her.
Like, man. Said take like a couple long leaps. Also, Nate, how did she not run into that fence?
That's a good question.
Like, with all talk about body control, man. Oh.
This one hit the shortstop up with it, over to first for out number 2.
Next up is a catcher, number 21, Ella Conley.
That'll bring up the catcher, Ella Conley. Fouled at the plate. 0-1 the count. The only other games in action right now in our area are delayed currently. Must be some weather in the surrounding areas.
So you can kind of sense it around here, Nate.
Yeah.
That, and I just seen our internet messing up a little bit, and I kind of looked up and I was like, oh yeah, we got overcast.
It's a little overcast now. Swung on and missed. 1-2 the count here on Conley. Ella Conley, 1 for 2 with a run scored.
Ooh, that one
That one
inside.
skips in the dirt.
Trying to take out her ankles there, Nate.
2-2. Huh.
So not too much going on. Maybe the games are being played north of here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who knows?
Here's the 2-2. That one, nice pitch, but even better eye there by Ella Conley as she lays off that one. The 3-2. Slow chopper back to the mound. Pitcher comes down, fields it, throws it over to first for out number 3. Tornadoes go 1-2-3. We head to the top of the 7th. It's 10-3. New Riegel on top of Tiffin Columbian. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
After an injury or surgery, adults are often prescribed opioids or stimulants, powerful drugs that help with pain or focus. But when unused or expired medications linger, they pose serious risks: misuse, addiction, or accidental poisoning, especially for children. Seneca County has 5 locations where you can safely dispose of medications. Take it to the box or use a deter bag at home to deactivate them safely and permanently. Prevent misuse, protect your family, dispose safely. Learn more or request a free Deter-A-Safe disposal bag at carsa.org. Prevention starts with you.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Welcome back here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We're live with Tiffin Columbian versus New Riegel. The Blue Jackets lead at 10-3 as we start the 7th inning. Nate Mullins and Greg the Wizard Kinn on the call with you here. Emily Ackerman on the action camera. And Dalton McComas here with us as well, doing some shadow work, getting ready to possibly, I think he's on production tomorrow, doing his first game solo. So it'll be fun riding over to Sycamore with him tomorrow.
The Lady Blue Jackets is Lakin Schaeferly, number 3.
Got to make sure everybody's all trained up before we get into postseason play. It'll be here before you know it, Greg.
Yeah, and we know how that goes. And You start hitting the road, going to different venues. Things get real hectic, real crazy.
Mhm.
Multiple games going on at the same time. You got to know what you're doing by the time we get there.
Camera's dying. Yeah, we got another side pocket. Yep. (10-3) the score. First pitch is in there for a strike. Lakin Schaeferly at the plate. She's batting .250 on the year. 21 plate appearances.
Is this a different pitcher, Nate? Or am I
Yes, we had a pitching change. Cam Heyman comes in on the mound for the Tornadoes. Lefty. Got a southpaw on the mound here for the Tornadoes.
I didn't think that she had a sleeve on the mound at there before.
The 0-2 rolls to the backstop. Can't tell that's Adrian's kid at all.
I'm gonna need a backstop after that one. Just scared the crap out of me.
I mean,
I think it's so loud. It's this.
the 1-2 misses outside. It's 2-2.
Is there a bus or something backing up?
Hey, what is that beeping noise? It's the camera. Huh? You can turn it off.
I thought we had a
Put a new battery in. Yeah, you can turn that off. Put a new battery in.
Yeah, that's what you. There you go.
Yep.
It just sounded like a truck or something backing up.
Nope, it's like, hey, I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dying.
Shortstop number 24, Jackie T.
What a weird camera.
There's got to be a way to turn that off, probably.
Warning. Ooh.
One out. That'll bring up Jackie Teal. First pitch up high. Cam Heyman, this will be her 6th inning worked on the year. This one hit to short. Doherty up with it and overthrows the first baseman as she just kind of put a little too much mustard on that one.
Yeah, one too many steps into that one. Just fired it right over her head, though, Nate.
First baseman number 5,
And that'll
Carson Piper.
put a runner at second base with one out for Carson Piper. That one misses. That went in there for a strike. Nice pitch from Cam Heyman. The 1-1 just misses outside. Good looking pitch there.
Every time we watch softball and I watch them throw that ball, it makes my shoulder just hurt so bad.
And that's supposed to be easier on the shoulder.
I'm just like, man. It reminds me of like a wind-up toy or something.
Well, she's got a really cool wind-up, like the whole motion, everything. Yeah. The gather into the wind-up, into the pitch.
Just putting all that force behind it.
It's a lot of poetry and motion, for sure.
And it works, too. You've seen some of these things come across the plate. It's sizzling.
The 3-1 misses outside, and Piper is on base with her second walk of the game. That'll bring up Ava Wensink. Wensink is 2 for 4 on the day. 2 runs scored and an RBI. This one hit into the air, into center field. Maisie Malott under it, makes the play for out number 2. And they're not going to chance it. They're throwing on that arm as Malott easily fired that one on a frozen rope to third.
Yeah. And that thing was sailing, though, wasn't it, Nate?
Uh-huh.
It was in the air for a minute.
Pitcher number 7, Lacey Shaw.
That'll bring up Lacey Schalk, the pitcher.
Is that supposed to be like showdown music because it's pitcher versus pitcher?
I think that's what the, yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out what good sounds over here. I like it.
It's either that or it was kind of like, I dare you to run on me kind of thing. Like, runners at second and third, 2 down. That one low. Schalk 0 for 3, but she does have 2 runs scored and 2 RBIs. That one up high. Three balls, no strikes. 2 down. Runners at second and third. Here's the pitch. Right over the plate as Heyman locates that one. Ten to 3, New Riegel. That one's a nice pitch from Heyman. Catches the outside corner with that one. And it's a full count. Here's the payoff.
Oh.
Swung on, fouled back. We'll come back and do it again at 3 and 2.
Yeah, so Nate, this one may look like it's a little out of hand here, but this is where you got to sit him down if there's any chance.
Swung on and missed.
Go. That's what I'm talking about, Nate.
Big strikeout there for Cam Heyman.
So if there's any chance for your team to come back here at the end, that's what you got to get out of here with the most minimal amount of damage done. Great job there.
Cam Heyman able to come in and shut down the Blue Jackets. No runs. And the Tornadoes down to their final 3 outs here as they come to the plate here in the bottom of the 7th. Nate Mullins and Greg the Wizard Kinn on the call with you. Let's take a moment and thank our sponsors. Tonight's pregame show is brought to you by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. Stick around for the postgame show, brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. All mound visits brought to you by Hope in Fostoria. The instant replays tonight, unfortunately we couldn't get them to work, but they are brought to you by our friends at Clouse Construction. Player of the game, stick around during the postgame show, will be brought to you by Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. Keys to the game brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore, and our player spotlight presented by Vicek Orthodontics. We'd also like to thank UIS Insurance and Investments, the Ohio Army National Guard, and Feasel's Frame and Collision for all of their contributions to the broadcast here on Heart of Ohio Sports. So Lacey Schalk back in with 87 pitches. This is her 7th inning of work here. And she's done a phenomenal job so far here tonight. 4 hits, 3 earned runs, with just 1 walk and 4 strikeouts through 6 innings.
Well, Nate, we talked about the strengths and weaknesses of these teams, and for the Tornadoes, the strength has lied in their ability to put up points, not their ability to necessarily stop them. But they've put themselves in the position here where that's all they have to do now is put up some points.
Bree McNutt at the plate. Tornadoes trail it by 7. It's 10 to 3.
So we've seen some great hits today, but just got to get them in a little better position, get yourselves on those bases.
The 0-1 is outside, evens the count at 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, hit past the glove of the shortstop, all the way to the fence. McNutt around first, headed into second, and she's in there with a stand-up double.
Nice. So that's what I'm talking about right there, Nate. So you just got him just in a little bit better spot, and that one right in the perfect spot there. Did I tell you, that one was almost right into the glove.
Uh-huh. That was, she was just a half second behind that.
Yeah, and that's the way
Not
things,
even.
That's the way things have played out so far. Tornadoes finding some luck there.
We'll have a relief runner here.
Now ready to second base, Audrey Sharp.
Audrey Sharp comes in to relieve Bree McNutt at second base. So the Tornadoes with a runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we'll have a pinch hitter here as Maddie Ritchie will hit for Gabby Schock. Maddie Ritchie on the year. This is just her 14th at-bat. She's got 2 hits, one of them a home run. This one fouled back and over the net, out of play.
Across the top of it there. Yeah, this Maddie Ritchie, Nate, she was actually in the same youth softball teams that I was talking about my niece being in when I would come down here and watch them. Man, I think she's been hitting them out of the park since back then.
The 0-1. Swung on and missed.
You see the power in the swing there.
Yeah, she took a hack at that one. Comes up empty.
I wouldn't be surprised if she's had to buy a few new windows for that house back there.
Right. Here's the 0-2. Hit to short and off the heel of the glove of the shortstop. They're going to send the runner from second, and she will score. So the Tornadoes, the score now matches the scoreboard. It is 10-4.
No work to be done now. For the scoreboard operator, not for the Tornadoes.
Second baseman, number 12, Emma Blott.
That'll bring up the second baseman, Emma Blott.
And that's just a nice couple of hits here, Nate. Still no outs.
Blott, 1 for 2 on the day. That one outside. Schalk sitting at 94 pitches now.
See the catcher there trying to keep her honest at first base. They know the desperation time is here. They're going to try to steal them bases, Nate. Ooh.
Foul tipped at the plate. They do give her credit for the single on that one, so Maddie Ritchie will get an RBI single on the stat sheet. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed.
Seemed like that one came in a little slower than she expected. You notice she got to pull back
in
on
front
the
of it a
swing.
little bit, yep. Pulled the string on it.
She said, oh.
1 ball, 2 strikes, runner at first. Nobody out. Lacey Schalk comes set. Here's the 1-2. This one hit. Second baseman ranges over to make the play for out number 1.
Man, she had been on it today, Nate.
Just stayed up in the air just a little too long. Yeah. Ruth Ann Bauman over there at second base has been putting on a clinic. She's had a couple of web gems in this one.
You get Bad Bunny to do the halftime show here, too. I don't even know what that was.
Issa Aller at the plate. All I know is that in youth baseball, when you hear that music, you know the next kid can hit. 10-4, New Riegel on top. Here's the 0-1 from Schalk. Aller takes a swing and a miss, or actually gets a hit, a little piece of it. Fouls that one off. It's 0-2.
Tornadoes trying to work some magic here. 2 outs left in this one, Nate.
Down to their final 2 outs. They trail it by 6. The 0-2 in the dirt. Aller with that running start approach at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. This one hit in between short and third base.
This ball is just finding the spots.
It's going right where there is nobody at. That's exactly what it needs to do. If you're Tiffin Columbian anyway.
Center fielder, number 8, Macy Malone.
Hit it where they're not, right? Isn't that what they say? Hit it where they're not. And that'll bring up Maisie Malott, the right fielder.
Sounding like Dr. Seuss now.
Lacey Schalk now sitting at 101 pitches on the day, so this will be a little bit of a conference here to see what the decision is.
What's the mound, is it?
I think they are going to bring in their ace, Carson Piper, to try to finish this one out. She's got 2 outs to get here.
Now on the mound for the Blue Jackets is number 5, Carson Piper.
Yeah, because like you said, you look at the scoreboard here, and the points don't indicate it, but the Tornadoes can hit the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a dangerous situation here.
Well, and like I said, Greg, they might struggle on the mound, but they are a team, like you said, they can score some runs. So
that is their strength, and that's what they need here to finish this one out. They need Macy Malott to hit it where it's not, or where they're not. That's what you said. Oh, I got a final there, Nate.
that's from last night. I was just checking to see if Carson pitched at all last night. She did not. Claire Schalk actually got the win yesterday against Sandusky. Let me see, the last time Carson Piper was in action was against Calvert last week on Friday. Let me see if I got stats from that one, as she went 7 innings, gave up 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. She struck out 7 and did not walk a batter, so this is their ace. And she throws a lot of strikes. She does not walk very many batters at all on the year. She was our player spotlight today, brought to you by Vicek Orthodontics. Once again, Carson Piper leading the way for the Blue Jackets.
Take a look at what
.65 ERA, 111 strikeouts on the year. And the first pitch, she was aiming for my head.
Oh, look at that.
Throw down to third is not in time. And she heard me talking. She's like, I don't want you talking about me.
I don't know, Nate. I think that one's a little lower. I think it's coming from my head.
Maisie Malott at the plate. Runners at second and third now. And that one's high and outside. It's 2-0.
So the kids don't seem to mind it when you talk about them. Just ask the Sonic East crew over there during them basketball games.
I've never been serenaded by a student section. That was really cool.
Let's say around here, that's probably the first time I've ever heard chants for the announcers.
That went in there for a strike to Malott. It's 2-1. It was really cool. We went over and recorded some commercial footage with Seneca East, some of their baseball players. And I had one of the kids was wearing a mic off camera. So he wasn't actually the one that was in the shot, but I could hear them talking off camera. And I just hear him like bragging me up on the, like off mic, but it was like one of them said something about, I wonder why something, and the kid's like, because Nate Mullins is a G. And that one, a 5-pitch walk from Carson Piper will load the bases for Cam Heyman.
Yeah, that's always a scary time though, Nate.
Pitcher number 7,
pulling
Cam
up
Heyman.
some video or audio recording and you're like, oh gosh, what are they going to be saying about me?
Yeah.
All good things though, good kids over there.
Bases loaded with 1 out. Cam Heyman at the plate. She's 0 for 3 on the day.
The best position the Tornadoes have been in today.
Watches that one up high and outside. It's 2-0.
I don't know why they're warming up the buses. This one ain't over yet, Nate.
Don't get started too quick here. That one high. It's 3-0. So Piper comes in a little rusty, and she's been playing first base the majority of this one. They called her in here with 1 out to try to get these final 2 outs and finish this one off. Here's the 3-0. And that's going to be a walk, so that will walk in a run. Cuts the deficit in half for the Tornadoes. It's now 10-5.
Inching them closer. Gonna have ourselves another mound visit here. Probably just a little talk to be like, listen, shake that off. It ain't nothing.
For the
We're
Lady
still ahead by 5.
Tornadoes is the shortstop, number 3 with crooked socks, Emma Doherty.
I mean, that's the mentality you got to have here, you know. When you're on the mound, you got to have the mentality of, like, we got this. This is not a big deal. And if you're Tornadoes, you got to have the mentality of, we're coming to steal this one.
Yeah, right? That's what you got to do. You got to have that killer mentality in this situation.
You got to believe you are he or her or him or whatever you want to call it.
She is her.
It's a quick little mound visit there.
That'll bring up Emma Doherty. 0 for 3 with a strikeout.
Base is still loaded with still one out.
Doherty sends this one flying into right field. Right fielder camps under it for out number 2. And the run will score on the tag.
Snuck right past her there.
So runners tag and advance. And so Tornadoes add another run. They've plated 3 here in the bottom of the 7th. But they still got 4 more to go and just 1 out left.
Third baseman.
It's become a little harder here. Not impossible, but
Doherty gave that one a good ride, but just not enough, and put it right where the right fielder was.
And great heads up there too, but the player on third base to run in for the score there.
Yeah.
She was coming in full steam ahead. Thought she was gonna go through the net.
Olivia Steinmetz at the plate. The 1-0. Fouled back and into the catcher. One and one the count. Two down. Runners on second and third. Oh, what a nice pitch there by Piper as she took a little bit off of that one and just floated it in there. Tornadoes down to their final strike. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. And that's the ball game. Carson Piper comes in and shuts him down after she came in with the bases loaded. But the Blue Jackets come away with a victory. 10-6 is your final score. Blue Jackets move to 11-2 overall. And the Tornadoes fall to 1-9 on the season. We'll step aside, take a quick timeout. We'll be back with the post-game show brought to you by your Legacy Federal Credit Union. And we'll have our player of the game presented by Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. That's coming up next right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
This is a Butler building, and so is this one, and this one, and this one too. They're all Butler buildings. Custom designed, custom built to exacting specifications by Clouse Construction, your local Butler builder. Discover the difference a versatile Butler manufacturing building system can make for your new facility. Virtually any size, any shape, any usage. Call Clouse Construction today. You'll find their work all over Northwest Ohio and online at clouseconstruction.com.
Stop down to Benchwarmers in Tiffin or call it in for delivery. Fresh cut fries, locally sourced ingredients, and phenomenal service. Give the Tiffin store a call at 567-268-9268 and place your delivery order now. Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome to your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your trusted community credit union for over 70 years. We're not just a credit union, we're your personal financial counselor. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union is a full-service financial institution tailoring solutions to your needs. Whether it's your first home or planning for the future, we're here to help you find success. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, a legacy built on trust, commitment, and community.
Your legacy, your legacy.